Guys, I'd be lying if I didn't say I wasn't excited for this one. If you know, you know. If it's just an audience of one, we're going to get into some game that might remind me of some other game. Let's check it out. for day 26 of Game of Day May. System Shock.
Remember, gentlemen, what I say stays here. I'm currently attending to other affairs on the station, but I have a job for you. If you do it, you'll be rewarded. Refuse, and you won't be leaving the station in the shuttle. I see the silent type. Remove the hood. I'll make you a deal. You cooperate and I'll give you the implant you tried to steal. Surgery and all. Consider it a gift. Besides, what surgeon would you prefer? Try Optimum's Elite or some black market hack job? Fantastic. This is SHODAN, the station's AI. She controls just about every system on Citadel Station. I need you to remove the ethical restraints. They've been a bit of an issue of late.
not muted. I was just waiting to let the game kind of marinate, and I had some other thing I was doing on the side, kind of letting the stream settle. Yeah. Sorry about that. But hello, Rusty Bucket, and glad to have you in chat. Just hanging out in some space station here. I don't know much about this game. It's looks like it's published by Prime Matter, I think. And that's a remake of a game for the PC. It supposedly inspires us of another game. I'm just still bummed about that guy, and I'm trying not to think about it too much, man. Like you said, there's trolls in every medium and shit. It's just a bummer, you know, that somebody came in such a legendary moment in the Vid-Bits in the history of our channel and all that, and I just let him get to me too much, and I guess I've just been kind of meditating on it, so I kind of like, you know, I'll let it go. It's fine. Thanks, man. I mean, it's great to know that, because at the end of the day, it's how you feel about it, you know, both personally and then when you have other people that are supporting you and tuning in and stuff, and so I appreciate that. I agree, Rusty. I do too, but like, it's just been really hard. It's been hard because like, we know we're living our dreams now, and like, unfortunately, people that I thought were very supportive of my shoot job or whatever, my schmo job, when I was like making that decision, like most of them were in awe that I did what I said I was gonna do, and so they didn't know how to respond to it, and then others were just like completely, you know, ready to just. I thought we were ready to jump on when they could say that they knew somebody that was ready to help them out when they had the option to be there, and I just never met somebody that just doesn't know what their aspirations are, and then took it out on me. Like, geez, just amazingly. Who does that? Like, I just, as somebody that really tries their best to empathize with the situations that you're in, and I do know that I was just misaligned with my thought that I had covered my bases as much as possible. I knew that the Pac-Man was going to possibly intervene with that job, but I had started it days before, and I was just doing it in my spare time, and it was like, it wasn't until it got to the point where I thought I was close enough to make the move to take it over that I really started just prioritizing that over everything, and still didn't like screw with Vid-Bits programming. But shit, man, it's just like, then I just made this person mad, and it's just like, it's just almost like this guy, he tried to take the glory away from me by making me upset before I crossed the finish line of my personal goal. This person tried to make me upset before I crossed the finish line of my personal goal. So like, at the end of the day, only worry about your support system before you cross the finish finish line of your personal goal, but do not look back before you cross the fucking the tape, man, because if you do, you could get too caught up in the adoration that you're looking for, or paying attention to something that's not what you need to be, and so staying in your own lane is almost pivotal to that. So yeah, I love helping other people. I do not understand why other people want to hurt others. Well, Rusty, it's because there's something wrong with them inherently, where they know that it's going to make them happy to know that they made somebody feel bad because they feel bad. I know that's dumb, but that's what they say in school. It's like, bullies are going to bully, right? So it's just ridiculous that, people still do that shit and they're way out of high school, or if they are in school, it's crazy enough that they don't have a good enough support system to keep them get with enough attention so they don't have to waste it doing that shit. So says no one can take anything from me unless I allow them to do it. True, that's true. Because if you get upset, you can like riddle it around until it makes sense and take the power back, and that's all in all kinds of structures in your life. So it's not just, you know, when someone's bullying you. It's also the power structure of any relationship is really defined by the contract that you put with that. So if you really don't like the way that you feel in any way about anything, you can redefine the contract and redefine the terms of that relationship, and find that when you do that, you're really in a situation where you can take the power back. If you didn't like the terms before, then you say, hey, it's time to renegotiate the terms, my season's up. And then you can't even really quantify an integer there that's you know, consistent. Sometimes it could be a couple months because it didn't work out, sometimes it's a year, sometimes it's a couple years. The cycles and how long they last are really contingent upon like how you feel about what your tolerance level is for whatever's going on. So you're bartering your life force, you're siphoning away your time. Every minute that you're doing something that you don't want to be doing, you're losing a minute of your life, and you're bartering it for a minute of the dollar that you make working for that person. So that's why they say living your dream is almost always equivocal to having a job that has to do with something you're passionate about, because then they say you're not working a day in your life. Well, that's not true. You actually are working harder and fucking harder. You're working a 70-hour-a-week job for 2 hours or for 2 weeks. Or if you ever wonder why we're exhausted but we're not ungrateful, I've been working a 20 hours a week because I've been part time, but it's got to the point where it's been harder to work that job because I've been doing this 70 hours a week for 2 years. So 70 hours a week is making sure I'm doing my part of the content, making sure Bryce is doing his, making sure that we're keeping each other mentally healthy, making sure I'm doing bike rides around town, networking, getting groceries and fresh stuff that I can while he's doing his show, making sure that chores around the house and all the making sure everything's neutralized. But like if I didn't have that aspect where I could like stop and do all the extra stuff, I couldn't just sit here and stream for 20 hours a day. And it sounds like sometimes I do because me and him sound similar, but we work well because we work off of each other. So I think that him letting me handle this getting shaken by this dude by myself is the best thing ever, because he would have not, I don't know how he would have handled it. I know it would have been good. I know it would have been good because he's getting way better about it. But God, if that would have been 6 years ago, he was like 12, so he would have been fucking feisty as hell about it. So it's just hard, man. It's hard to make everybody happy. So the person that I disappointed at work, I don't understand that. I would not want to be the one to know that if I. Let me speak it differently. I have already been the one in somebody else's life that could have potentially prevented them from living their dreams. And I spent a long time regretting my role in that. So when I reflected that to the person that knows who I'm talking about this, and I said, I'm not going to let you person be the reason why I don't achieve greatness, is because I, unfortunately for them, was quantifiably in the situation where I now am switching the position between my dream job and my schmo job. And then unfortunately, because there's so much going on with my dream job, then it's like a dream job on a dream job, so I could just justify not working there at all. And I was trying to still reduce working there amicably, and it just was not meant to be, apparently, because I just confronted this person so much about just trying to think about activating their dreams, and I was really just trying to be like, okay, this is crazy, but you don't know what's going on with me, but you should still activate your dreams, you should still work about yourself and try to, and then like, what do you want? And like, I guess you should look at how powerful fucking what do you want is. It's just insane, because you can use it, but you can also piss people off, and it's not a cuss word. Like, it's not. There's nothing offensive about asking somebody what they want. So you just go up to them and you say, what do you want, blah, blah, blah name? And the combination of all those things will activate them in a way where they're going to either start to aspire to do what they think is great or move towards it, or they're going to be so offended because they just don't have that, and there's so much an NPC and their identity is just existing to be other people's life and part of their identity. So like they are then, if you keep pinging them about it, like knocking on the door, like, hey, you still not thinking about something that's about you, and then by the third knock, dude, third time's a charm, and you're just be pissed them right the fuck off. Or they're convinced because they've raised the vibration in the conversation in the room that you're both yelling, and that when you said their name, like I guess you're triggering them like you're saying their name like you're a child in school or home, then they get so upset that they just vibrate you right the fuck out of there. Get the hell out of here. Just go home. Okay? Cool. We got the Pack Championship, the Pack Maniac Championship to defend, so of course I'll go home, because that's the reason why I was making sure that this was going to not get blown so I didn't lose the lead. By the way, we have like, I don't know, I'm going to say probably like 3.5 hours still ahead of him, so I'm not even worried about it. That's only if he min-max when we stop, so this episode is more important. I kind of just, like I said, I was droning into some meditation, and then I just looked up and I saw Rusty, and I was like, funny. But yeah, Rusty says, Rusty says, I've been God-kissed, I am well off, and I support small streamers. And that is true, because Rusty definitely is supporting us. We're very happy to have him on the Buy Us a Bit of Caffeine tier, which I am going to, in honor of Rusty, go get a tube right now. So let me get a tube of caffeine, because Rusty supports us, so we do have a tube, a little case that, when I think about it, we've really stopped heavily caffeinating around here, because the water has just really been just delicious, and it's something about it that keeps you hydrated. And if you're motivated enough, nothing about caffeine, I'm not trying to make big calf mad, but like, caffeine tricks your brain into thinking that you're not tired. So if you can use it correctly, it makes sense. If you use it at the wrong time, at the wrong day, in part of the day, and it has the wrong amount of sugar content in it, then you will crash, and then you will blame it on the fucking shit, and it's really that you did not use it like the tool that you can. So now I'm going to go get the tube of magical chemical goodness, delicious chemical stew that we're not sponsored by, and we're going to really dig our teeth into this game now that I've kind of like woken up a bit. You gotta love Rusty Bucket though, and that buy a bit of caffeine tier. But he also says, I'm so thankful for what I have, brother. That's why you have what you have, Rusty, because you're thankful for it, and that's why you're God's kiss, because you're only God kissed because you appreciate what you have. That's really how equivocal exchange works. And if you wanted different things, you would just get rid of the things you have, and you get more things. But I have a feeling that you don't worry about stuff, which is good, because we here at the Vid-Bits only worry about. We used to worry about stuff. Now that we don't have our job anymore, and we have 8 weeks to either make it big or get that sponsorship or all these other things, we put 8 weeks up against our wall to hit these goals with the Pac-Man stuff, but also to go full in here. We can go in full time at the Vid-Bits if I could just get the support that I need. I need another microphone, I need another capture card, I need another laptop. Those are things I need immediately. So if I can get help with that, that's going to get this going quick as heck. I have 8 weeks to at least get everything going up and going, and if I can do that, you guys will get Chomp Champs and all that a couple times a day, and something else from me, and I'll be working separately here and streaming here from that. Then you'll also get stuff from Bray untethered whenever we can, but then when we can do stuff together, it'll be that we can actually do it where we're coming from both of our perspectives at the same time. But again, that's only if I can just figure it out. I'm just going to start selling my stuff. Like, if anybody doesn't understand how into this I am, let me clarify. We're 2 years in the game. We have 1 million views across all of our content. We have 868 videos and counting every day. We have brand deals that we're like looking at, and we also have applied for some. I'm the global champion in Pac-Man, completely global on all platforms. On the new Pac-Man that there's a commercial for, and we have over 26, almost 2,700 subscribers in 2 years. And besides a million views across all of the videos, we have one video that's only been up for like a year. That's got, you know, a little bit over a year. I don't know. Whenever Chef Saltbaker from the Delicious The Last Course came out, we did it as soon as it came up. It's got 100,000 views, and it climbs almost 1,000 a day now. So, all of that stuff being said, like, and then the fact that we're more worried about the community than ourselves, but we're starving artists because he's an 18-year-old kid that luckily his mother helps support him some, but he's working for Google YouTube doing this, but we don't take a paycheck. And then I just now stopped doing my job because this is outgrowing my job, and I've been told by a very successful YouTuber slash coder that worked for some big people that we're hitting the right stride, while two other people that were very influential and rich in the last week told me that we're hitting the stride. So like, the only thing that makes sense is to try to find a way to get another streaming setup going so that I can go fuller time into this, and if that means I have to just start liquidating the collection to do that, which is just sucky because the collection is only here. It was here first because you have to have like that brag wall, but literally since before COVID, and also just because I've been on my big child, I'm just keeping the shit so that I can have games to do content with. So look for that stuff to start getting sold, I guess, on eBay. I don't know. I think that will help because they'll be able to see the chief. Like, everybody loves the chief, so they'll be able to see the chief. And then also when we're doing like zombies and stuff, we'll be able to, we're willing to go full in, but we want the setup to be right, and the lab has to be big, and it's big enough to accommodate it, but we have to get it so that we're on separate separate parts of the lab and away from each other, and we'll be able to show the chief and stuff on it and all that. But I've already made the cosmic contract with everybody that I'm not going to use any of the money for the first round for anything other than the Switch 2 and getting that stuff, and that's why I think it's starting to come in, because I'm going to get, if we say, okay, sometimes Nintendo launches are small, so we're not committing to getting everything on the eShop, but say it has like 4 prime launch titles and then 2 controllers or whatever in the console, and we have twice that much money, then the other half is going back into the community for that first round, because everybody that's been with me, and like when I say the community, it's like you, Rusty, like the vids, like Matthew, like you guys, not the 2,600 subs, just the fun club and the people that are subs that have been like in the chats and shit that we know. We'll get out of that first prize pool when we do that, and I don't know when that date is. So when that's done, then I can start building money off of there, unless a sponsorship hits. That I know the caveat I said is we're splitting it 80-20, and we are. But that first sponsorship, like, I'm hoping that the fun club will be okay, that if we can use that to start building the lab, but I will still put that in the bank because I don't want to ever be a liar. I want to make sure that that's clear, because I don't think that the movement, if you saw what I was seeing, Rusty, where like I look at it every day and there's a metric that shows how we're growing. So like when some dude fucking tells me that I spout off and I'm too crazy, that's cool. But also it's because I'm excited because we're growing in a way where we had to grassroots grow our first 100 subscribers for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And now we get like 10 subs a day, and we're still thankful every fucking day, because we knew what it was like to like just be on that grind. I mean, we're from a farm state, so we're farmers. We fucking are just busting our ass to just like plant seeds and cultivate what they can grow. So, but yeah, I think that when we get these two things set up, so it would just be a face cam situation for the setup we have now, and then a second situation that would mirror it. And then then ultimately, if we were saying like we're a Kickstarter, the stretch goals are gaming chairs, because we both don't have them. And then I know that it's not everybody's fault, but if I can find a way then for all that to get helped by everybody else, then I guess I could sell stuff to use the money to get like a bed. Like I downsized my bed so I could have more space in the lab, because we're just out pushing what we're producing in this, because it's also my bedroom. And now the couch that I have is just a shitty futon, so I'm sleeping poorly. And then editing poorly, hunched over, because I don't have the shelving to have the streamlined right. Everybody else is taking care of me by putting me up, helping pay for food. Shout out Cindy. This game is basically only happening because you bought me $100 worth of groceries and so I could justify getting a game that I really wanted to do for Game of Day May. So thank you very much, Cindy. So I could really justify this, but if not, I could have not got this, and I really wanted to do this. So, okay, okay, Rusty, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, and that's just not, like I said, that's not e-begging. It's just like, we have people like Rusty that like cares about what we're doing, and he's really been integral in certain journeys that we're doing. Like Bray's doing Dark Souls, and I'm doing Chomp Champs, and like he's been helping me out during late night streams, hanging out in the morning streams and stuff, because we're just having a lot of pressure against the wall. So it's important that people understand that that's not e-begging. We're looking for sponsors, and in our life we're all sponsored by certain people. It's like our support system usually sponsors us, but unfortunately, like, we wipe out our support system. Like this game here, okay, I knew I wanted to play it. I didn't know how I was going to pay for it. I had somebody just give me $100 worth of groceries just to support the champ, because they know that I'm really repping not only this area but the eastern United States, the entire United States, and then now representing this area as the entire global champion. And they're not a sub or anything, but they donated enough money and groceries to keep me going a couple days, which is just amazing. So then I was able to take that money, instead of they didn't give it to me to put whatever. So I used, since I could have not used that money for food, I just bought this game so that I could stream it for you guys for Game of Day May, because it's important to me. And I know that the weird thing is, you guys are gonna not understand how I have no money, how I'm still being supported by the people that are lifting up the Vid-Bits, but I don't even know if this is gonna be monetized. And I'm trying to monetize it now by streaming it for you guys, and I really will try to do the best I can after I get it through here. This is the first little area to give it a little bit of justice, but I'm planning on doing a complete playthrough of this game. So really, it was just a way for me to kind of dork around and kind of catch you to get in here, and then show you a little bit of the action for the Game of the Day, made kind of like a teaser, and then like you'll be wondering why I didn't do too much, and then I'll pull it into a playthrough of it as like a I will move I will move Dave to my bits, kind of like, but only because like I've been doing Dave an hour and a half to 2 hours, and you can do a bits that long. And eventually, if I wanted to, I could do Dave where I just did a dive and like do multiple parts for a day. But like next time I do Dave, I'm gonna do like a big or a deeper if you will stream, like a excellent rarity stream. But this will go in my comfort game spot personally, and then I will start working on this one more than this. But I'm gonna get into it a little bit. But guys, just know that when your support system, when you reach out to them and you give them heals, they can reach out to you in amazing ways, and they don't have to. And you don't have to quantify what you need, but they just know. And then that's what their heals back is. So it's like a great reciprocation, and you have to be eligible for it, because sometimes people's ego is not susceptible to it. And again, Cindy, I appreciate it, because if you had not done what you did, we would not be able to cover this amazing game, not just now, but then like the weeks it's going to take me to finish it. So thank you, because that helps the channel grow. People like me, because they know my character basically jokes about everything, reminding them of BioShock, and this is the game that kind of launched that. So I appreciate you being a really big part of then not only helping feed me for a couple days, but then making it so I could justify getting this amazing title, so that I will, when I'm playing it for the next couple weeks, and every time I look at the footage, I'll know that you sponsored us and put some attention into the channel. So thank you very much, Cindy, and I hope that everything goes well where you're at. Eventually we will get to the point where we could talk about your dreams and your aspirations. Because we all have them, and I think the problem is we forget. Alright, speaking of forgetting, what the hell am I doing? Like, I don't know if I'm not gonna look it up. Like, this is also a first impression, by the way, because I've never played this game, and this is a remake, so it's just like, you know, is it just a reskin of that? There we go, there's the key card. There we go, key card, away! Getting in here, and we got a space pod. Restore your health to maximum by using the surgery machine. Well, the surgery machine looks kind of sus. It's all green. I don't know, surgery machine. Danger! No, what the hell? Hungry for more?
No current patients.
Hungry for more. Ah! Holy crap. I don't think I'd be doing that with everybody around and shit. It doesn't really seem like something you'd want to do. And then the robots are like, oh, how cute is that? And it's like, nope. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Alright, let me look at that caffeine and I'll be right back. Doop a doop doo, doop a doop doop doo, doo 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 doo. If you wonder what I'm doing, I'm waiting for a gender reveal for my grandchild that's not here yet. So they know I'm live with Game of Day May, but so I'm not there unfortunately because of the time schedule at the reveal party. So I keep stopping and waiting to see if there's news about it on socials. It's awesome. So. Should be nearby. This feels very familiar. I didn't even read what that said, chat. What? Read what? Huh. I don't know how to activate that information. Huh. Oh shit, that's why I backed. Get out of here. Okay. There's something. Yeah, the code. I had the code, you butthole. Let's see here. It said hold something. No, not our mighty hammer. Not that button. Not that button. Not that button. No. 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 Huh. Media. Where's media? New code. There it is. 451. There we go. There we go, boys. There we go. 4. Right? What? 4, 5, 1. Here we go. Oh shit! I'm looking at chat like, oh god. No. No. Well. Oh. Whoop.
Welcome back to Citadel Station. We hope your somnolence Today is the 6th day of November, year 2072. You are currently in the healing suites, located on the first level. Level 2 contains the research laboratories. 3 houses the Department of Maintenance, and the storage cells are on level 4. The flight deck is on level 5. Level 6 holds crew facilities and executive suites, and level 7 is systems engineering. Level 8 houses the Department of Security. The bridge is located on level 9, and energy systems on level R. All levels can be accessed by the elevator in Alpha Quadrant. We hope you have a pleasant stay on Citadel Station.
I have a feeling we're not going to have a pleasant stay on Citadel Station at all. That's some BS to say. Let's see. Give it my best shot. Whoa, shit. Whoa, shit. Whoa. What the hell? Oh shit. No, this has been Brian the whole time. Yeah, it's been Pops. No worries. That's why I do voices. It's easier to distinguish when we talk crazily like different when we talk like this. I know, man, and like I feel like I hear myself when I've heard my father's voice over the phone, and it's, I don't know. As long as it's not a poopy bad thing, I think the problem is people are like, these guys, or this is a guy, and they're just crazy because they're on for 16, 18, 20 hours a day, and when do they sleep? But you know, if that's the people, if that's the perception, is the Vid-Bits is like this entity that can just get it done. I just think that, you know, the whole thing is people will be able to recognize us for our individual gaming acumen, and it'll be better when we can stream at the same time. There'll be a lot less confusion. I'm just very excited for it. I mean, I need it. I just don't want to sell off the shit because then I've been building up so that when we finally made it, I'd have plenty of stuff to play. But I guess I already just know I have plenty of stuff to play, enough to I have to push away some of these artifacts that are going to cost even more money to get again. I'll figure it out if that's what it means for the channel to grow, and you know, you got to go all in on yourself. And we're already being told that we're making it at year 2, but we really have spent 7 years getting to the end of year 2, so that's a 7-year cycle. So it's just been really rough, and when you wipe out every day, the people around you, man, I'm telling you, like Cindy again, just thank you so much. This is going to be awesome to be able to play through this all the way. I'm not going to do it obviously right now. Just kind of dorking around a little bit. Wow, okay. Ooh, one of these, eh? Give me one of these, eh? How does this work? Oh, you're really gonna... Don't threaten me with a good time. So let's see here. That means you also don't know what's going to be useful and what's not going to be useful. So we know this needs to go here. And this can go here. Let's see. These are a little bit more difficult than ones from BioShock. Let's see. So an actuator here. What is all connected here? There we go. There we go. So that's going on. Some of them are probably going to probably not be active. So there we go. That's possibly right. Okay. 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 Huh. Let's see here. Do. So if this is the deal, we see some juice coming to this. Then this needs to be... Nothing happened. Can't force it. It needs a switch. Maybe I can't do any of this right now. Okay, I wouldn't say it's a waste of time. It's a learning experience is what we call it. Do 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 do. Lift is disabled. Get into the lift. Get onto the lift. Get onto the lift. Get onto the lift. I'm disabled. Oh no. Bye, corridor. I should have not gotten in. Hey, buddy. So, that's a good bunch of handfuls of glob you got going on there. And your whole NACO's thing. So, just so you know. That's what you get. That's what you get. That's what you get. Baka. Freaking thing. Freaking thing freaked me out. Man, in a game where it seems like you can pick up anything, what the hell am I going to be picking up now? That too, of course. Of course. Like, what am I supposed to do? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, one of these things. Smash register. Fuck. Nope. One of these things. Oh, boy. Alright, Rusty. I'll be on the AM grind for Chomp Champs after I get some much needed sleep after this episode of Game Today May. I'm gonna just get up early and start it early. There might be some sleeplessness going on, so I don't know where you're at geographically, but that'll be in the AM. After I do this and I do some of my nightly chore stuff, I'll just throw sleeplessness on, which is what I'm gonna be using to go to sleep after a night of winding down from being the one in charge of the programming block here at the Vid-Bits. But hopefully you've enjoyed your day, and again, I'm glad that you got to see the 100K mark, got to see us hit the cherry, and it's too sweet, man, that you got to be there. I'm very happy that you keep me grounded, Rusty, and that you do a really good job of that. So thank you for being a member of the Buy Us a Bit of Caffeine tier. So I'll tip that can of caffeine for you because you helped us out with your contribution, but also you are a good role model to me and to everybody that's in the Vid-Bits Fun Club, bud. So hope you have a good night. I will see you. Rusty Bucket is a good fellow. It's important to have people in your life that keep you grounded, really, and like, you know, it doesn't have to be this person in your real life that's working for you, because, you know, me and Rusty haven't talked on the phone, but he's been in streams and has been more reliable, independent than people that's in my real life. But also, when I've started to realize that connection is different based on how you look at it, it's the metrics in which you play around with that. So, okay, yeah, here we go. Now I'm totally rejuvenated. I was gonna probably cut this off at 90 minutes, but now I'm gonna probably go to 2 hours because it was meant to be. Because then you guys will be like, "How did you not even show me the gunplay?" But you know, if you're grounded by the people that are around you and you're not growing, that means you're stuck in the ground. Grounded by people that can reaffirm that you're on the right path by keeping you in a non-yes man mentality way, like looking towards the heavens, but then logically approaching that if you need to dial it in. That's the circle of people that you need to be contributing your time to when you don't have time working towards your dreams, and those are the people that really have your fucking back. So when you do get the bag, those are the reason why when you see people turn into an influencer and they make a bunch of money, no matter how they get over on YouTube, the first thing they do is start philanthropy, and then you're like looking to think that they're taking care of all these people in their family and their friend circle, and then you're like, well, these people have been taking care of me in the town, eating at the eateries and, you know, going around town and doing the, going around town and in the commerce and shit. And these have been people that have been more relatable and understandable than some of the people that I thought had my back. And I'm not saying we don't all have different things going on in our lives. This isn't a call out to any specific person that's in my life. But once things get settled up, I really hope that I can differentiate between the people that, you know, couldn't do anything more for me because they were too deep in their own shit, and people that felt like that we were not, felt like that we were not. No, I guess I'm going to call it. I know. That way I leave hanging, because I'm going to do this game. But there's been some. This shows you how the stream needs to be settled when you allow people in your life to affect you in a way where you are not yourself. And when we've stayed in our lane the last almost 3 weeks here with our programming block, I've been blessed enough for everybody in all the streams, all the way up through 1,300 Pac-Man games, to, you know, be great as far as building me up no matter when me or Bray are streaming. And again, this game is amazing. It reminds me of BioShock. So I will be doing a full playthrough of this game. It is going to be my comfort game. Dave the Diver will switch to my Bits, which is, you know, something that we'll do. Bits will never be longer than an excellent stream, which is 3 to 5 hours. But at the most, the Bits could be as little as a little bit, you know, a couple hours. But 3 to 5 hours excellent stream, it could be an excellent bit. But Dave would fit better there, so I can use this as my comfort game as I spend more time showing some love to what they've done with it. But I also, as far as Game of Day May goes, and showing something that was so inspirational, it's important that we don't spoil some games too much. We don't want to talk about some stuff too much, because not only because we could be, it's not that we care about demonetization, but that way it's just not more difficult for them to go through it if it's because of music, or it's usually because of music, or unfortunately some sort of MacGuffin sound loop when you do something technical, and then unfortunately because you do it all the time or hear all the time, somebody flags that, and then when you mute that, it just mars the experience. So I really want the team here to be able to be focused on more than anything. In that way, also, you'll go out and check it out. Prime Matter is Koch Media's publishing label, and it's a new label that they introduced to publish games. It's basically a premium games banner. It's a name that refers to an object that isn't substantially defined. In more practical terms, it wants the brand to be known for diverse, high-quality games from a wide range of different influences, team sizes, and design approaches. So I feel like it didn't necessarily say indie or not, but the fact that Prime took the title that was on PC and remastered it, and then obviously this game is so influential as to Ken Levine's specific series about a tower and a girl and a key and all that amazingness, which we have some of that on the channel, by the way. If you want more, you have to tell us, and we'll do more. So, let's see. It was in 2021, I believe. So they were only like 3 years there. They started working on this remake in like 2021, I believe. This source was Tech Raptor. It's known for the likes of Cockmania was known for Deep Silver, Flying Wild Hog, and now a new label will be publishing games through Prime Matter. It's focused on gathering diverse developers from around the globe to produce games of all sizes, from indie to AAA. So they're trying to close the gap. So this is kind of important in the subject. So the Cockmania described Prime Matter as the culmination of their 25 years of experience in the industry. All they've learned and the tools of their disposal is being wrapped up in a Prime Matter, which is dedicated to maximizing the potential of their partners. You know, that's really cool because I know that that's not our name, but the whole premise really makes sense when you're talking about brand synergy and networking, and I can appreciate that. So it really does make sense that they come in here in this spot, and that you know that, again, we're bottoming out here. We're wiping out. This game was not cheap, but I really appreciate what it is going to do for me being able to have something else to dig my teeth into that I know nothing about. So my first impression, and as I think that I don't want to go deep into this first impression, I think that this is going to be more personal for somebody to be able to be atmospheric and I have somebody talk over it and get really into it, and I can't wait to do that. So I'm going to probably have to do this, you know, in a way where it's just experienced differently than this. And I really appreciate you guys for sticking around, and I hope that you enjoyed it. We're going to have another episode of Game a Day May coming tomorrow, day 27, and it's going to be awesome, guys. We're moving forward with the Vid-Bits at full steam ahead, and if you want to hang out and do more, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. If not, have a great day either way, because we are me and Bray, you know. It wouldn't like that, but, you know, I just said it, so can't take it back now. And with that, this was System Shock, what you saw of it, and know that sometimes, again, being a reviewer or in a situation where you're playing a game, when you're playing a game every day and it's something that just came out, there's a little bit of caveat that you have to do to be respectful to a title that's just trying to get some legs, because when you're going out there and you're doing it the wrong way, you could be galvanizing sales in something like this, and then if there's something else that needs to be said in the medium, the studios or the publishers can look at those metrics and be like, no, and we don't like that. So with that being said, it was day number 26 of Game a Day May, and we were doing the System Shock remake here at the Vid-Bits. It's been Brian, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace. You guys still here? It's the secret song. Do 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 do. It's not that long. Like and subscribe. Do 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 do.